Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I know this video is long overdue, but I just got the chance to film this video. So in today's video, I'll be talking about H2B housing. I am currently with my fourth employer on the H2B program, and each employer housing was totally different. I have a tour of where I'm currently living. I have a room tour, and I will put that in the video. And when I was living in Florida, I have a tour of my housing in Florida. When I was in South Dakota, I don't have a video, but I have photos to include in the video. And when I was in Iowa, I did not take any videos or photos whatsoever, but I'll give you guys like a brief description of what the housing was like. So let's jump right into the video. So the first thing I want you guys to know is that if you are interested in coming on the H2B program, some employers provide housing where you have to pay rent. Some provide housing where you don't pay any rent at all. And you have some that do not provide any housing, but they will assist you with finding a housing. And then you have some who don't provide any housing and who will not assist you with finding a housing. So ensure that when you're doing your interviews with your employers, if they don't touch on the living arrangements, ensure to ask them, what about housing? What about employee housing? If they don't mention anything about that during the interview. So when you're on the program, the housing varies. You can either live in a employer's dorm where they own like this dormitory, allow employees to live. So it's either dorm style, or they will have you living in a house, like they'll rent a house under the business name and then put however many persons they want to put in the housing, and then you each pay a set amount for rent. Or they can put you to live in an apartment. Now I have a video, and I will also insert it in this video, of an employer who did not put the employees in a dorm, did not rent a house, did not get an apartment. They were living in tents. And guys, it is so sad to know that some of these employers, they look down on us and think that, oh, just because we're coming to the country to work, like our home country, we're not used to anything good. And that is really sad and not good.
So this is our house. So this is where our food storage is. This is our house. I'm going inside now. So this is our bed. This is our bed. This is our dresser. This is what we pay for. Our dresser, and this AC here is run by fire. The gas is killing right now. My next drink stand up. Not to collapse if anything. Then look at this now. They have all these housing that has padlocks and all of that, and put us in tents to live. All this around here is housing. Over there, I'm going to.
And guys, you just have to be careful. And then sometimes the employers, they will trick you like, hey, yeah, we have housing for you, and da 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 da. And then when you go there, the place is run down, or they put it somewhere where it's not livable at all. So it's just a risk really when coming on the program when it comes down to housing. If what the employer says and it's truthful when you get there, then that's good. But then for the persons who get tricked, like that video, when I saw that video, I'm like, what? And oh my God. Sometimes you have one person per room. Some employers have 2 persons per room. Some employer has 3 or 4 persons per room. Some even have 8 persons in one room. I don't even know how that work, but so it varies. It's just you have to ask how many persons will be rooming in the house, how many persons will be in the house, how many rooms are in the house. Because a lot of times when employers rent, like let's say a 6 bedroom house or so, they want to fit as much persons in it as possible, and they don't care if you're comfortable or whatever. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's really crazy. Also, so you have rent. The rent varies. It depends on the state that you'll be living and working in. Yeah, so you have some person, and then it depends on the employer. Like, I know persons who are on the program and they don't pay rent because the employer owns like the housing and they make it free for the employees. And um you have employers, and it includes, like, if you do pay rent, it's supposed to include your light and your water, and I would say your internet. Not all employers provides internet at the housing. Sometimes you get the housing and then you would have to, like, the group of you in the house would have to take out like internet and like split the bill. But so far with all the employers that I've worked for, internet was always included in my rent. For me, the highest I've paid for rent while I'm on the program was $600 per month, and that was when I was living in Florida. Currently where I'm working, I pay $17 a day for rent, and it includes 3 meals a day from my workplace: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So the $7 go towards the meal, and the $10 is for the rent for the housing. And as you probably, if you can see from my background, I currently live in a dormitory style housing here. So at first I had like bunk beds, but they changed the bunk beds to 2 single beds. But you do have persons that I'm working with that are still rooming in a room with a bunk bed. And a lot of the employers, they take especially if they're taking a lot of persons, they really take advantage of these bunk beds, because if you're in a room and they can fit 2 bunk beds in that room, that means that's 4 employees in one room. And then you have some, depending on the size of the room, if the room is big, they'll try and fit like 3 or 4 bunk beds and have like 4 to 8 people living in one room. Yeah, so it's crazy. Just ensure to ask your employer what is the housing situation like, so you have an idea before you accept that job offer. So when I was working in South Dakota, my employer at the time rented an apartment. The apartment was a 2 bedroom apartment. It had a living room, a kitchen, and 1 bathroom. It was only 3 of us working for the employer at that time, 3 females at that. So my friend and I, we share one room, and the other girl was in the other room, and then we all shared the bathroom, the living space, and the kitchen. When I transferred to Iowa now, the housing for Iowa, when I went there, they placed me and my friend in a motel, but the motel was one that was closed, and for it to be demolished for reconstruction. So because the manager, no, he knew the new owners of the motel, they like made a deal and say allow the workers to live there until the end of the season. When they go to their home country or when they do extension, then they can work on, you know, demolishing the building and stuff. So I was living in a motel that was supposed to get knocked down. No, that motel, it was run down. It was, I don't have any pictures, but I can explain. Yeah, it was run down, meaning it was wooden structured, so it was like parts of it were rotting. But you know, like how you go in the modern motels, and when you go to like the lobby area, you can access the rooms from inside. With these motels, the only way to access the rooms was from outside. So you take the stairs outside and you enter your rooms from outside. Now inside the rooms, it wasn't that bad. Some of the rooms were bad, like some of the rooms had mold in the ceiling, but the room, luckily the room that my friend and I got, it wasn't that bad. So this is like vision. So when you step into your right hand side, there's this little kitchenette, and you know those sinks that have like the two hot plate burner. Like, so we had a sink and two burners, two hot plates were connected to it, right? None of them were working. Only one was working, and it took like about 30 minutes for a little pot of water to boil up, so we couldn't cook in there or anything. We had a microwave and we had a mini fridge. The mini fridge that comes with the motel, it wasn't working, so our employer purchased like two mini fridge and two brand new out of the box mini fridge for us. So that's what the little kitchenette area was like. And we had like little cupboards and stuff. To the left, like across from the kitchenette, was where the bathroom was. The bathroom only had a shower and a toilet, and then you have a door to enclose. So it's not like the bathroom just open out like that. It had a door. Now, when you pass the little kitchenette area, there's this sink, like the face basin where you wash your face, brush your teeth, with a mirror. And then directly in front of that was my bed. And luckily, we both got two queen size bed. Like the motel had queen size bed, and we were so happy, like, cause we, you know, where we're coming from, we got like the little twin beds, but we had two big beds. So my bed was directly in front of the little face basin, and then beside my bed was a night table, and then my friend's bed. And then we had a table with two chairs in it where we could eat around, and we had like a thing like a little dresser, and we had like a little closet area where we could hang our clothes and stuff. And we had a balcony because it was a motel and it was by the lake, so you know they're gonna have balcony for views and whatever. Now, when it comes on to cooking, the kitchen was downstairs, and we had to go outside and then re-enter downstairs from outside to go to the kitchen. Now, the kitchen, it had like the first ages two-door fridge. It was yellow. You know, like when appliances just come out back in the days, it had this like yellow color. It was a fridge like that, like it was yellow, and it was like it old and look gross. So God bless the little mini fridges we got where we could put our stuff and not to put our stuff in that gross fridge. The stove, it was an electric stove. It cooked the food fine. And then there was like this little common area, like this little den area where like a fireplace was, but the fireplace, it wasn't working or anything, and it had like couches, and then, you know, the kitchen was on the other side of that. So when we want to cook, we had to pack up our little box with our pots, and would season our chicken from in our room because we had a sink and stuff. And then we would take everything down, the pots, the seasoning, and the ingredients that we needed to cook. We'd have to take it down. So even if we're in a fall, we had to go outside to go to the kitchen. And the laundry room was also on the floor where the kitchen was. So when we're washing, we'd have to take everything from our room and go downstairs to wash. But other than that, we had fun there. Like, we had parties, so it was bad, but it wasn't that bad. And then they had J1s that were living in another motel in the same complex. It's like one big parking lot with my motel and then the motel. That motel though was way better. Like, once you enter through the doors, everything was inside. So in comparison to where I was staying, where you'd have to go outside to go to the kitchen, or go outside to go to the laundry room, the other motel, once you go inside, everything was outside. You don't have to worry about re-entering a part of the building by going outside. So it had, like, I think it had two floors, and each floor had a kitchen. Each floor had a kitchen. So, and the rooms, all the rooms had queen and double beds. So they were big beds. There were no bunk and there was no single bed. And big enough space. Each of the rooms had bathrooms, because it was a motel, so you're going to have your own private bathroom. But in order to cook, you'd have to go into the common area to cook. And the common area, each floor had a common area. So the kitchen and then like a little living room space. That wasn't bad. The only thing was that when they wanted to do their laundry, they would have to come over our side. So that's the only time they would have to leave the building, was to do their laundry, because all the washing machines were over our motel. And it's in the same parking lot. It wasn't like a far walk or anything. It took like 2 minutes to go from one hotel to the next. That's how close it was. But that was it. It wasn't bad. We had fun, and that two motels were like a 20 minutes walk from the workplace. But they gave us bikes and stuff, so it was like a 5 to 6 minute bike ride when you are on a bicycle. So that was it for Iowa. And really, I can applaud that employer. They built a dormitory. So it's a brand new dorm there now. 2 persons per room. It has 3 floors. Each floor has females had female bathroom and shower. Male had male bathroom and shower, but they shared like laundry. So each floor has laundry and each floor has a kitchen. So I am happy that that employer, they made the living arrangement way better than what it was last year. So yeah, they built a dorm over the winter, and so far some people are comfortable. Some people don't like the fact that it's a communal bathroom where you have to leave your room in like your towel to go and shower and then pass. But hey, it's better than what it was before. When I went to Florida now, I'll let my little tour speak for itself. Florida was the best housing I've ever been in on the H2B program. It was a luxury apartment, like literally luxury apartment in Port St. Lucie, Florida. We had so many amenities. I will insert the video so you guys can see the tour of what the apartment complex was like. And then here where I'm at in Michigan, I'm currently living in a dorm style housing where it's a Jack and Jill type of vibe. So 1 room and then the bathroom, that door right there is the bathroom, and then another room like this is on the other side of the bathroom. So it's like Jack and Jill. So a room, bathroom, room. They have 2 persons per room now, which is not bad. And you know, it's not like a communal bathroom where you have to walk in your towel and whatever. Like the bathroom is right there. So the only thing that I really don't like about this housing is that they don't have anywhere for you to cook, and you are not allowed to cook in your rooms. So that's why they provide 3 meals a day. But it's still stupid, because a lot of times I don't eat from the canteen, and they're still gonna take that $7 per day for me for food. So I think they should come up with a system where like you scan your ID badge to show when you eat from when you do not eat, so they're not charging you for something you didn't have. And yeah, there's no kitchen, so no cooking is allowed. I mean, they're okay with you having a mini fridge and a microwave, but that's it. Like no air fryer, no crock pot, no nothing for you to cook in. Like you're not supposed, and you can have a kettle, but you're not supposed to have no like electric pots or anything. And that's the only thing I really don't like. And they do not provide you with the mini fridge and microwave. Like you would have to purchase that out of your own pocket. So, but other than that, it's fine. My roommate, she's barely here, so it's like I have the whole room to myself. Yeah, and that's really that when it comes down to my housing experiences so far. If you end up with an employer that they don't provide housing, but they can assist you with getting a house, that would be good. That means like a group of you, like 6 of you or 3 of you, can split the rent for the, but then you would have to pay for your own water and light. That's if the apartment doesn't cover that in the rent money, or if you rent a house. But you can rent something on your own. So even if you're not comfortable living in employee housing, you can go out and rent your own apartment, like a group of you persons that you feel comfortable with, to split the bills. Or you can use, like, you can go on Facebook Marketplace or roomies.com to find persons who own a house that have like 3 or 2 bedrooms, but they're only using one, and they want a little extra money on the side, and they'll just rent out that room where you can have access to the kitchen, the living space, the laundry room. You can do that too, because I know persons who are on the program, they do not like the idea of employee housing, and either they rent their own place or they use Facebook Marketplace or roomies.com to find homeowners who are renting out like a section of the house. So you can also do that too. So those are a few things you can do if you don't want to live in employee housing. So this is the building that I live on, and my apartment is a 3-bedroom 2-bathroom apartment, and once we go inside, you guys will see how it's set up. So once you enter, the first thing you will see is a closet to the right, and in here is where the AC and heating unit is located. So this is our little dining room space. Our employer just gave us a little plastic table, couple chairs. This is our living room space. We do not have a television, so what we do, we just watch TV on our computers or iPads or phones. So this is bedroom number 1. This is the master bedroom. So in my apartment, there's 3 bedrooms, and we have 2 females and 4 males living in here. So my roommate and I, which is a female, we get the master bedroom to ourselves, where we do have our own bathroom, so we don't have to be sharing bathroom with the guys. So this is our closet, and we have our personal sides in the closet. And this is our master bathroom. So yeah, we have our personal bathroom, which I love, because we get our own little space to ourselves. And this is our beautiful kitchen area. Appliances are stainless steel, which I really, really love. This is a really nice kitchen. I really, really like cooking in this kitchen. And then you guys will see the laundry area. So on the other side of the house, this is where the other 2 bedrooms are located. 2 persons are in bedroom number 2, 2 in bedroom number 3, and then those 4 persons, they share the bathroom. And this is our patio area. We have a sliding door, and I like chilling out here. It's very peaceful and quiet, and you have a decent little view. So this is what my whole like community looks like. We have a playground, and further up you guys would see the tennis court, and then I'll take you over to where the different amenities are located. And that is something that I really really like about where or this employer choose to have us live. Like, we have things to do, like there are multiple amenities and like facilities here to just make us feel at home and relax, or to just take our minds off work. So this is the leasing office, and then opposite of the leasing office is where the clubhouse is located. And in here, we can come and watch TV, we can play pool, we can cook in here. And this is where I filmed one of my H2B video content. Like, in here smells super super good, and it's very comfortable. So, in addition to the many facilities that we have a gym, and as you guys can see, we have a lot of different machines and workout equipment over here. So, you have a gym right at home instead of going to pay for a gym membership elsewhere. So this is another amenity that we have, a gaming room. People can come in here and hook up their Xbox, play the game on the big screen. We also have a poker table. You can play poker or play cards. And we have, I don't know, game boxes. Is that what it's called? Yeah, we have like 2 game boxes. So this is where, you know, your friends can just come and chill, have a little snack, play games, and just have a good time. So this is another facility that I really like about this apartment complex. They provide computers. There's someone here that I work with that is currently studying for their PhD, and sometimes he'll come over here, use the desktop to do his like schoolwork and stuff. And you know, further in we have a conference area, and this is where I film about 2 of my H2B YouTube videos. So, you know, this space is here for if you want to be more productive. You just step outside of your apartment unit and just come over here, and you know, you have a little privacy to do the work that you'd like to do, or the work that you'd like to get done. So this is a grilling area by the pool, and sometimes some of us would come over here and do like jerk chicken, or like the Mexicans, they'll come over here, drink some beer, make whatever they make, whatever Mexicans eat. So this is another amenity that is really nice. So this is where we get our mail. Paper mails are delivered over here, and some packages are delivered here. If not, they'll just deliver it straight to my door.